And welcome back, everybody, to another session of Gaming with God. I'm your host, Grumpy Old Dude. Before we get back into U-Boat again today, excuse me, I want to take a couple of minutes and point out something about the U-Boat community. On Steam in particular, it's very active and it's very helpful. No doubt you've noticed the duds that I've been experiencing lately, and I posted about that on the Steam U-Boat forum. I said, realistic torpedoes suck. A full boat of torpedoes all hitting at close to 90 degrees, 5 detonations, 16 shots, 16 hits, 11 duds, and 5 detonations. No, they weren't set too deep, 1.5 to 2.5 meters. Yes, all torpedoes had maintenance pulled. Both of my mechanic types have the thorough skill set. This is why skippers drink. Then I added an edit. Not claiming or alleging any bugs or such, just an observation as to the frustration skippers must have felt. For the benefit of new folks, my game is modded. The culprit behind these duds is a component of UBE, or U-Boat Extended. This post is not a complaint. It is simply an observation and an expression of the frustration a submarine skipper would have to contend with. And I was corrected in short order. It's not 16 torpedoes on the boat, it's 14. I simply miscounted. And acknowledged as much. Now, the community does come back, and there's a bit of discussion on this. In this particular individual, McDewgle, very knowledgeable, very helpful, has demonstrated in some cases the patience of Job with some individuals. He came back, he says, Grumpy Old Dude, I read through your original post and all the comments in this thread. Judging by the 2 YouTube videos you shared, is it safe to assume you're using the UBE mod? Well, yeah, it is, since the videos are titled U-Boat with the UBE mod. You should be aware the UBE mod tweaks the dud chance parameters of all torpedoes, especially early pistol variants, such as the PI-1 and the PI-1.1. So the chance of a dud is insanely high. I tried to advise Nimrod, who is the author. Let me backtrack here just a little bit. UBE, the mod itself, is from Link, a fellow named Link, and it combines some other mods, some of Link's, some of some other people's, into one monster mod, and then Link has done more with that. UBE is an extremely intensive mod. It does a lot of things. One of the mods it uses is written by Nimrod. And McDewgle says, I tried to tell Nimrod, that the one responsible for these changes, that these dud failures are too high, but my efforts have fallen on deaf ears. Nimrod's torpedo modifications are an effort to clumsily shoehorn circle runners, deep runners, propulsion issues, and other types of torpedo failures into the game through a simple set of parameters, the dud chance. So, what McDewgle's saying here is that the dud doesn't necessarily mean the torpedo was a dud on impact. It may have been one that malfunctioned and ran too deep and would have gone underneath the target ship. It may be a circle runner, which is a torpedo which loses its gyroscope settings and circles around and can in fact hit the firing submarine. It could be one that detonated early, never reached the target. Something set it off too soon. Any number of things. Those are all rolled into the dud chance. The end result is that anyone unfortunate enough to attempt an early war start, which we did here, using UBE should expect a 99% failure rate until they research the PI-2 pistol. Here's a direct breakdown of the vanilla parameters versus Nimrod's tweaks. The T2 with the pistol 1 impact parameters. Vanilla, flat dud chance is 30%. Minimum impact angle of 40, maximum of 69. So if you have less than a 40 degree impact angle, it's a 30% chance of a dud. Somewhere between 40 and 69, it's a 70% chance. Greater than 69, it will dud. Now with Nimrod, the impact angle is not less than 40 for a 30% chance of dud. It's less than 16. And then it's a 49% chance of dud. 16 to 40 becomes a 99% chance of dud, where it was 30. And over 40 is a 100% chance of dud, which it was 70%, 40 to 69, and then 169 and above. So Nimrod really increased the dud rate. To clarify, anything below the minimum impact angle is a guaranteed detonation. Okay. Anything between the minimum and maximum is a 50% chance to detonate. Anything over is a guaranteed dud. When playing on basic torpedo flaws, only the flat dud chance is used. When used on semi-realistic, only the impact angle are used. But when playing on realistic, which we are, both are used. Thus, on realistic, even if you manage to strike the target within the minimum angle of impact, the game will still check the flat dud chance to decide if your torpedo explodes or not. The issue with Nimrod's edit within UBE is that it's virtually impossible to get an angle of impact of less than 16 because it requires flawless timing on when you loose your eel for a perfect perpendicular approach. But then holes are curved, so even if the horizontal angle is good, then the vertical angle may still exceed 16. In most cases, even running shallow, which means your angle of impact will most likely be greater than 16, which adds an additional 50% chance of failure. And what I mean by all this, by going over this, is to show you the community is quick to respond and explain things that are happening and observations that you make. And McDewgle goes on and he asks me for some more information about the pistols being used. And so I went back into the video that I had linked on the earlier in the thread here on the community Steam forum, and said, okay, I went through it here, and here's 4 torpedoes fired at 36-35 in the video. Horizontal hit angle is 3 degrees, vertical is 27. Now remember, 16 was the impactful number here on the angle of impact, and we're at 27. 2 meters deep on a C3 with an estimated 5 cable running distance. Tubes 1 through 3 are T1 with pistol 1. Tube 4 is a T2 with pistol 1. First torpedo hits and detonates. Second hits and duds. Third's hit and detonate. Fourth hit and dud. Then I turned around and fired another one on another ship. 5 degree horizontal angle, 27 degree vertical, 6 cable running distance, hit and dud. Turned back, fired on the first ship again, and this one was not at a good angle. Horizontal 21 degrees, vertical 27, impact at 50-12, and a dud. Okay, so that was my response to McDewgle asking me about pistols and specifics on the torpedoes that I was firing. Now, armed with that information, McDewgle said, okay, based on your notes and Nimrod's torpedo parameters, here are the dud chances of each torpedo you fired. 1 through 3, 90% chance of dud. Well, 2 of those detonated. So we got lucky. Torpedoes 4 through 6, 99% chance of dud. Okay? So on those 6 torpedoes, there was very little odds of 1 detonation, let alone 2. And it's because of the vertical angle of impact. As I suspected, it's the vertical angle of impact that's causing so much trouble. The modded minimum within UBE for PI1 and PI 1.1 pistols of 16 is just too low, especially when combined with the boosted flat dud rate of 49% on T2s. Now, in between my post and McDewgle come back here, Goddess Bhavani had come in and made some comments about UBE player and what they're doing. They're actually running, they jump up to the surface, fire their torpedoes that are very right on the surface, high speed surface runners, and then dives back down again. And that dramatically decreases the vertical impact angle because the torpedo is not underwater, it's surface level. Okay, and so McDewgle goes on to talk about that a little bit, and then I thank him for his insights and technical expertise and knowledge. And we get to the last part here. I'm going to share. Link comes in. Again, Link is the author for the UBE, the U-Boat Expanded mod. And he says, also, while we're on the topic of torpedoes, we're looking at implementing the debug messages for torpedoes. And he goes on to explain a few other things, too. I bring all this up. I point this out for folks that may be looking at this game and wondering, is this something I want to do or not? Go to the Steam forums, go to the U-Boat Community forum, and review it. You're going to find a community that is more than willing to take the time to help you if you're having trouble, if you're new to the sub sims and you've just got umpty 100 questions and you think, geez, these are stupid questions, or this is dumb, or that's dumb, or why the hell is this or that happening? The community will help you out. It's probably one of the best gaming communities I've ever encountered. I'm 65 years old. I've been computer gaming since the 8088 processor, the old ATXT processor that run at 2.4 megahertz and on turbo would hit 4.3 or something like that. Back in the days when a 10 megabyte hard drive was huge. Okay. Been around for a while, and this community, kudos to them. They will help you out. So if you're on the fence, if you have questions, if you're wondering about it, by all means, log into Steam, check the community forum, and I think you'll find that there's going to be people there that will help you out. Okay? And now we'll return to our regularly scheduled programming. Click that like button down below if you haven't already, and you would please hit subscribe. Comment and to share your thoughts on this. I think the community support that one can anticipate and probably rightfully expect, based on the Steam forums past, should help to sway anybody sitting on the fence. Do I buy this game? Do I not buy the game? It's in early access. It's slated to come out of early access, going to full release here in 2023 now. Take care of yourselves, my friends. Stay safe, have fun, and as always, until we see each other again, stay the hell off my lawn. Thanks a lot, everyone. I do appreciate you. Take care. Bye-bye.